Hey, hello and welcome back, guys. It's Bashira, your host for the incredible audio love drama series, Better Than Ice Cream. It's Bashira. I'm coming all the way from London, England. I am your host, but I am also a singer, songwriter, vocal coach, a voice coach, and I'm also an actor. But today, as always, week to week, I am here in the capacity as your host for Better Than Ice Cream. Now, guys, listen, if you were here last week or the week before when we started, then you're going to know kind of what's going on. But in case you were not, let me do a little catch up for you. So we have, at the moment, we've got our two lead characters, Janie and Lance. Now, in episode 1, we had Lainey and Lance connecting and meeting each other after a 15-year break or hiatus in terms of their connection. Now, last week, well, let me just fix the turban because we have to go in on this one. Right. So last week we had Janie and Lance agree to make a connection with each other romantically. So, they were, up close and personal and intimate, kind of getting their groove on. And then all of a sudden they get interrupted by Lance's mummy. So what happens? Or Lance's mom, as you guys say in the US. We back home in the UK, we say mummy or mums. Anyway, so Lance's mum comes through, which causes Janie to duck under the bed, butt naked. That's right, my girl is butt naked under the bed. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, Lance's ex-fiance, yep, they were going to get married and the wedding got called off. Lance's ex-fiance enters the space along with Lance's mum and embraces Lance. Now, this character's name is Stacy. Now, remind yourselves that whilst this is going on, poor Janie is under the bed butt naked. So I know for me personally, I have been super excited to see what's going to go on. Is Janie going to come out from under the bed, give Lance a flying kick in his head? Or is she going to be really calm and subdued and be like, Lance, what's going on here? Because, us as women, we have multiple aspects of how we can deal with stuff like this, betrayals, things that are not quite going right in our connections or our relationships. So it's really up to, do you know what I mean? It's any woman's guess really as to how, or guys, as to how Janie is going to now react. But even that, how is Lance going to react? Because now he's in the space where, he's got his ex-fiance and his present love interest, Janie, in the space. Now, I am super excited to see how we're going to get on. So let's roll into it, guys. I am looking so forward to this. We are going to go into the third luscious, juicy, real juicy episode of Better Than Ice Cream, which is written by the amazing Diana Copeland and produced by the equally amazing Julia Sadinsky. I am Bashira, your host for Better Than Ice Cream. Let's get in it, guys.
This is the time. Look into your eyes. I look into your eyes. No longer mine. No, you're no longer mine. The silence will sound. In silence we're bound. This is the night. Now you and this is the
Janie naked under my bed and Stacy's mouth moving a mile a minute. All I could hear was my heart pounding in my mind telling me to get her out of here. I was sweating bullets.
Oh, baby, are you hot? I can open a window.
Oh, I just need you to get the hell out of here. Um, can you wait for me at a cafe around the corner? I need to get dressed.
Oh, it ain't nothing I ain't never seen before.
Come on, Stacy, please.
Mm, Sure, but not before we make up. I'm sorry, babe. I should have trusted you. Hiring a private detective was.
Way over the top. I'm not down to be babysat. Either you trust me or you don't.
I do. I do. But you know I've been hurt before, and I needed to be sure. It was wrong, and I'm sorry. Do you forgive me, Snuggles? I love you.
Look, I love you too. Let's talk more at the cafe, okay?
Sure, I just needed to hear you say it. I miss those three little words coming from your cute little lips. See you downstairs. Wait a minute. What is this? Since when did you start wearing a sports bra? See, this is the shit I'm talking about.
Don't start this, Stacy.
Don't start. Don't start.
Look, we're not even together.
You're damn right we're not. I spent sleepless nights drenching my pillows in tears, thinking about us. I drove myself all the way from South Carolina, and this? I guess it didn't take long for you to get over me.
I wanted to say something, but I didn't know what.
Say something.
Look, calm down. It didn't mean anything, okay? I love you. Look, just meet me at the cafe so I can explain.
Meet your damn self at the cafe. I'm going home.
My heart fell to my stomach as Janie came from under the bed. She threw her clothes on at lightning speed while I just stood there speechless. I wanted to apologize, but I didn't seem like I had the words, and I didn't know what to say. She tied her sneakers forcefully and just headed for the front door. I tried to block her from leaving, but Janie, please just say something. I'm sorry about this.
Don't worry about it. Like you said, it didn't mean anything. Schnuggums.
What was I supposed to say? She was about to have convulsions.
I am not one of your little high school booty calls. And I am not standing by while you figure out your freaking life. You said it was over and I believed you. Get out of my way.
I stood there, naked in the center of my room, holding only a bed sheet to my groin. It was just me, but all of a sudden the room felt crowded with all the wrong shit I said. How did I manage to piss off two women in one day? Two broken hearts, yet there was only really one I wanted to fix. It was Janie's.
Hey.
Hey, just checking on you again before I hop on these Zoom meetings. Don't know how I'm gonna juggle that and watch my nephew Anthony at the same time. Girl, he's bad as hell.
Little Anthony, the 9-year-old who tried to take your car, girl, you're a brave one.
He's the brave one if he try that mess again. Boy, if you don't quit standing on my damn kitchen counter. I'm sorry, Jay. As I was saying, I'm checking on you.
Thank you, girl. I'm okay.
I'm impressed. I thought you'd have a mouthful of ice cream by now.
What? Oh, girl.
Mm-hmm.
No, not
Did
anymore.
Lance finally call?
Nope.
Damn. I'm sorry, Jay.
Oh, it's cool. It's just another lesson. I'm ready to get back to LA.
So you're not going to at least wait until he's ready to talk?
It's been 3 weeks. He's had plenty of time.
Maybe he just doesn't know what to say.
Or maybe it meant nothing to him, just like he said.
Well, why don't you go over there? It's worth it to at least salvage your friendship.
Have you met me? You know I do not
Chase.
Men. Right.
I know. Stop being so tough. What do you got to lose?
My dignity. I'm good. Wait.
What's up?
I can see him from my window. He's packing his car up.
Oh, wow.
Is he leaving?
Do you think he's going back to her?
Who knows? I just thought he was staying longer.
Mm-hmm. You do care about him.
No, I do not.
Okay. Whatever you say. Wait a second. Where are my keys? Anthony! Fucking repeat offender. I'll call you back, Jay.
Okay, girl. I must have stared through the kitchen blinds for 10 straight minutes, watching Lance pack his car. He'd glance up every now and then, like he could feel me watching. Eventually, it started to rain.
So you just gonna keep staring at the man, or you gonna go talk to him?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mama. I didn't see you there. Mama's no fool. She saw that I was keeping late hours next door. She knew something was up. And Mom didn't care if I ended up with Lance or Derek as long as it was somebody that made me happy.
You know, men ain't perfect. God knows nobody is. But when imperfections show up, it's up to you to determine if it's something that won't eat at your soul at night. And you can't know that without being clear with one another. Transparency saves ships.
Ships?
Friendships, relationships.
Oh, well, thanks, Mom. But if he wanted to be transparent, he knows where I am.
Well, what about the letter?
Letter?
That beautiful lavender envelope with tiny little bows. How could you miss it? I got it out of the mailbox and slid it right up under your door. Be careful running up those stairs so fast.
When I got to my bedroom, I rummaged through the clothes on the floor until, oh my God, Mom was right. The letter was wrapped beautifully in my favorite color, lavender. But there was no time to admire it. I needed to know what Lance had to say.
Dear Janie.
Dear Janie, there
no,
are no words that can explain how sorry I am.
the worst thing I've ever
Breaking your heart was the worst thing I've ever done.
done. Took some time.
I admit it took some time for me to realize it, but you are the person that makes me laugh, makes me cry,
Push
and
myself.
challenges me to push myself.
I'm in love
Janie, I'm in love with you.
with
And
you.
if you'll have me, I want to explore what we can become. Signed,
A man that loves every part of you.
oh my God. Mom, is he still out there?
Woo!
Lance, do you see him?
Well, it's hard to see through the rain. Oh, yes. He's in the car. Wait, you going out there? Do you see how hard it's raining? What about your hair, child?
Lance, stop.
Janie?
I know why she didn't pursue the man she loved.
What? Who?
The woman, the character in my book. I know why now. Lance and I walked toward each other as our neighbors filtered out onto their porches. She was afraid of the known, afraid to take another chance of love and be let down again. It was her fear of being vulnerable.
Sometimes you just have to jump even when you can't see what's on the other side.
My character should have been brave enough to leap.
She just refreshed her heart and mind and allowed a brand new chapter to be written. She
can find love again. Finally, Lance stood just an inch from my face, rain dripping from his brow. I don't want that to be me.
I don't want that to be us.
Lance kissed me hard, like he was hungry, right there in the rain, in the middle of the street. Our parents and neighbors stood on their porches watching, their faces twisted in confusion, shaking their heads. Some thought we were crazy, others smiled. They thought we were cute. I wasn't sure what we were. All I knew were his kisses tasted better than ice cream.
Oh my God, that's so romantic.
I know.
Yes, this is the Janie I love to see. I'm happy for you, girl.
Oh, thank you, girl. I am happy. I mean, we're still working out the kinks, but that night was amazing.
Ooh, I bet it was.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm getting another call. Hello?
Janie,
Derek?
hey,
Hey.
I had hoped that you would have called me.
Are you serious? Give me one reason why I would have called you. I spent years keeping quiet about us from the publishing company so you wouldn't look bad. Not posting milestones in our relationship on social media while watching you get promotions all because you said that was best. Turns out you were just protecting your single status.
I did that for you. I didn't want the firm to think any less of you because you were dating me. I gave you that publishing deal because you're fucking brilliant and you deserved it. Do you think they would have believed that if they knew how I felt about you?
How could anyone know how you feel about me? Even I didn't know that.
It couldn't have been any plainer. Did you get the letter I sent?
What letter?
How could you miss it? I put it in an envelope that was your favorite color. It had bows and all the bells and whistles you like so much. I really wanted to be special. Did you even get it?
Standing in my kitchen, I dropped all of my weight onto the chair with my mouth wide open. If Derek wrote the letter, what did that mean for me and Lance? Would he have left that day without ever reaching out to me? And what did this mean for me and Derek? But more importantly, I fucking chased Lance and didn't even know it. Oh!
Janie, hello? Are you still there?
Welcome back, guys. Whoa, okay. So, where do we start? I think we need to start with the fact that obviously Stacey's left. She's upset, right? So she's left the space now. And Janie comes out from under the bed, butt naked. And Lance doesn't have anything to say to her. He's like literally dumbfounded. And he can obviously see how distressed Janie is, but he's got nothing to say. I mean, think about it, ladies. If you was in that scenario, what would you expect the guy to be saying to you? Personally, I would be expecting just like a mouthful of words coming out, some sort of explanation, even if it didn't quite make sense. But to just be standing there looking like, wordless, I think that would have really, really upset me. And I think, the flying leg might have to come up and knock one out. And please, ladies and gents, I am not condoning violence at all. What I am saying is that our reaction as women can't be contained, because when it comes to matters of the heart, especially when it comes to matters of the heart, any reaction is possible. And I mean, to be caught in that kind of a scenario where you are literally, you've literally just made love to this man and now you're under his bed naked and in comes his ex-fiance. And for me as well, I was like, but wait a minute, how is it that Lance is telling Stacey that he loves her? Like, I was like, rewind. Hello, he loves her? Now, there's two schools of thought here. Is he saying to Stacey, I love you, basically to try and get her out of the space, to usher her out? Or does he, in fact, still actually have feelings for her? Because he's just expressed all of this whilst Janie is still under the bed naked. Now, personally, I'm kind of got mixed emotions about that one. I don't think you should be telling somebody you love them if you don't love them. So, you know, and I kind of picked up that maybe Lance was saying this to kind of get Stacey out of the space, but there was also an undertone of something else there as well. And you saw how Stacey reacted, right? She got really excited about the fact that Lance was expressing himself. And poor Janie under the bed listening to this. I mean, I'm actually really feeling it for this poor woman. I mean, it's like, it's not on. It's really not on. Okay, so, you know, Stacey exits the space. Janie comes out from under the bed. Lance has got absolutely nothing to say. Janie's in tears, and Lance is not even trying to recover the situation. I think he apologizes. He kind of mumbles an apology, but for me personally, that would not have sufficed at all. So as quick as possible, you know, Janie gets dressed, she leaves the space, and she's absolutely distressed. And what happens? We see her eating her ice cream. Better than ice cream, guys, remember? Now, we have to, you know, if we look back at episode 1, there's something that goes on with Janie when things are not going right in her life, why she needs to find comfort in ice cream. And I'm pretty certain as we continue on down the weeks with this amazing love audio drama series, we're going to get to grips as to why it is Janie needs the ice cream. But let's move on a little bit further. So basically, 3 weeks move on from when Janie and Lance have last seen each other, and this situation's occurred where Stacey's come into the space, the ex-partner of Lance, or ex-fiance, let's keep it correct, because there's quite a distinct difference between an ex-girlfriend and an ex-fiance. You know, that's like literally the next step to marriage. So anyway, we've got Janie. 3 weeks later, she's moved on. Well, sort of moved on. She's heartbroken. She's crying. Her mum's trying to console her. She's eating ice cream. And then Mum says there's a letter. Now, automatically, you can see that Janie's jumped thinking that it's Lance, because she actually really likes this guy. She reads the letter. She's totally floored by what he's saying, because he says words to the effect of, you know, you're the only woman that I want to be with, and you're the only woman that I want to love. And isn't it coincidental that at that time that she's reading this letter, that Lance is actually outside her home in his car about to leave? So it's raining, you know, Mum's even saying to Janie, where are you going? You're going to get your hem, you know, messed up by the rain. But Janie's like, she just needs to see Lance. And I get it, because when the heart wants what it wants what it wants, right, ladies? And then, you know, the whole, you know, basically Lance and Janie are together, they embrace. But Janie all this time is reacting to what she thinks is Lance's letter, only to find out, dun, 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 that it's actually from her ex-partner, Derek. Now, when I heard that, I was like, wow, poor Janie. Janie's really getting it from being butt naked under the bed, Lance's mum and Lance's ex-partner, fiance coming into the space, to now finding out that the letter she thought was from Lance is actually from her ex-partner, Derek. Wow. Now you can see quite clearly that Janie has responded or reacted to what she believes is Lance's, you know, still pursuing her. And it's quite obvious, isn't it, now that actually Lance came up to her property and sort of, you know, got a bit scared and was literally about to leave before Janie kind of, you know, stopped him from moving, under the belief that he had come to her and written this letter. Woo! Now I wonder, guys, do you think that Janie actually exclaimed to Lance about this letter? Do you think she expressed to him that she was reacting or responding to Lance, coming off of the back of, you know, which really is a betrayal, really, it's disloyalty on any level. But coming off of the back of this letter, that's why Janie's like, you know, she's literally just run back into Lance's arms. And okay, Lance misses her, we get it, but he hasn't been authentic, and authenticity is key in relationships, right? But wow, I mean, what a bombshell for poor Janie to find out that actually the letter is actually from her ex-partner, Derek. Wow. I mean, I would have flipped as well. I'd have been like, what? I mean, I'm now getting back in with this guy based on what I think is his expression of love to me, to find out that there was actually no expression of love, just about an apology, but it's from the ex-partner that the letter comes from. I don't know how I'd feel about that. I think I'd feel even more upset. You know, there's too many different dynamics here, and it's getting juicier and juicier, this storyline, as we progress. So hats off to our writer, Miss Diana Copeland, for writing an amazing, juicy storyline, this love audio drama series, Better Than Ice Cream. And I need to point out, guys, actually, for the network, Clubhouse TV, that Better Than Ice Cream is the first interactive radio theatre. So we're doing it here live with you guys. It's going out across 6 multimedia platforms, including Apple TV, including Amazon. So there'll be many times that you guys will be able to watch this back on replay, watch the reactions, listen to all the juiciness, chat it with your girlfriend, speak with your mum, speak with people in your life who matter about this storyline and how it's unfolding. Because I know that us as women, we've all been through heartbreak. We've all been through a scenario where, we've had our hearts really go to that place where you're like, oh my gosh, you can't eat, you can't sleep, you can't concentrate on what it is you need to do because you're really feeling this person who in effect has broken your heart. And poor Janie, her way of dealing with this is to eat ice cream. But I believe there's going to be a bit more that's going to come out as we go through week to week to find out what it is that's actually the catalyst behind why Janie eats this ice cream. So guys, woo, what an explosive 3rd episode. Let's see if we've got some interaction now from our audience in terms of questions. Give me a moment and let me tune in to see what our first question is and who it's from. We have Ronaldo Brown, who is the vice president at Keflin University, Columbia. And he says, I think Lance got nervous when Stacey started crying, but were they even together? Well, Ronaldo, that is a super question. Were they even together? I believe that they were, because Lance makes a point of actually saying we're not even together, as in we're not even together right now. But yet, a few seconds before, he's exclaiming to Stacey that he loves her. So there is some definite mix up there. But you're right. Were they even together? Personally, I think that they were. And, sometimes what can happen in relationships is that there are a lot of ambiguity, a lot of uncertainty around the dynamic or the present status of the relationship. Were they together? Heck yeah. That was his fiance. So they were about to get married. So they were definitely together. Unless Derek was kind of, playing both sides with perhaps another woman. Who knows, But yeah, to your question, Ronaldo, they were definitely together. Him and Stacey, that's his ex-fiance. They were about to get married and then the marriage got pulled. So yeah, to your question, they were together. Okay, let's see who we have next interacting with us. Better Than Ice Cream, the love audio drama series written by the amazing Diana Copeland and directed by Julia Sadinsky. So we have Sharon Smith, and she is the director of Vault Health. And she is asking, if Derek wrote the letter, will Janie have to choose now? Ooh. Well, look, let me just fix the turban again, because we're going in. Listen, it's obvious now to Janie that Derek wrote the letter. It's blatantly obvious. But sorry, Derek wrote the letter, right? So, but what the thing is that Janie's heart, she wants Lance. She doesn't want Derek. She wants Lance. So she's definitely in a conundrum. She's kind of, between a rock and a hard place, and she's going to have to figure out her emotions by way of, well, what does she do now? Does she speak to Derek? Does she speak to Lance? Does she confront Lance and say, listen, I thought you wrote me a letter. I thought that you made a declaration to me of love and your desire to have me as your woman, to find out that it's actually from another man. But then, hold up, rewind. Because if Janie actually admits this to Lance, she's going to have to actually admit as well that another man has written her a love letter. So now we've got both sides that are wrong, really, when you check it. Even though when you actually kind of analyze it, Janie had no idea prior to that phone call from Derek that it was Derek that had written the letter. But to Lance, you're going to see how it's going to appear to him. It's going to look like, but wait a minute, you're kind of batting both sides here as well. So it could appear to Lance that Janie is still kind of connected to her ex-partner, Derek, which isn't actually the case, because you can tell by Janie's reaction. She's completely like, what? Where's this call coming from? You know, in terms of Derek reaching out to her. It's the first time in a long time, I think, that Derek has taken the initiative, or, you know, just kind of, he's missing his ex-girlfriend, so he reaches out to her. And Janie's completely floored by that. But yeah, in order for Janie to have that discussion with Lance about this letter, that's going to now reveal two things. First of all, that Janie's aware the letter was not written by Lance. And secondly, that the letter was written by another man, in this instance, her ex-partner, Derek. So does Janie actually confront Lance about this? I don't know, but I know Janie's got some serious thinking to be doing, because, like, look at what's gone on. You know, 3 episodes in, we've got 2 people, Lance and Janie, who are obviously very attracted to each other. But then we've got an ex-partner on Lance's side, and now we're seeing an ex-partner on Janie's side, and we can see the whole mix-up of what's going on here. So how on earth does Janie deal with this? Guys, you are going to have to tune in week to week to find out how the amazing love audio drama series Better Than Ice Cream progresses and progresses and progresses. What will happen? Will Janie confront Lance, or will she just hold it down? Because in confronting Lance, she's actually going to have to expose that another man, her ex-partner, has written her a letter, his declaration, Derek's declaration of love to Janie. So, guys, listen, anything goes. Let's see if we have any more questions coming in from our amazing audience interacting with me live as we roll out Better Than Ice Cream, episode 3. Let's see if we have any more questions. Okay, so we have one question coming in from Sarah in Washington. And Sarah is asking a really interesting question. She is asking, why is it that Lance can't just be direct with Stacey and just say, look, listen, me and you were together, me and you were going to get married, past tense, but now there is nothing, and I've met somebody else. I've actually met another woman. Why doesn't Lance just come clean and tell Stacey this? And then when you think about it, why doesn't he just tell his mum as well? Why doesn't he just say, Mum, I've moved on from Stacey. I've met someone that obviously you're going to know because she's been in my life for the past 15 years as a friend, but you know who she is. Why doesn't Lance just admit that instead of this whole kind of, you know, backdoor thing, as we would say in the Caribbean, backdoor, come out the front door, you know, express yourself and let your mum and your ex know that you've met someone new. So that's an equally great question. And we're going to have to wait to see week by week how this all transpires. I mean, it's been amazing thus far. And I'm super excited to see how this is going to roll out. But I'm definitely feeling it for my girl Janie right about now, because, you know, she's getting her heart kind of bombarded left, right and center when it comes to the men, or should I say present ex-men, in terms of her interaction with them. But I think personally, if I was to ever find myself in that situation, honesty has to be the best policy forward. So I probably would say to Lance, look, listen, I got a letter from my ex thinking that it was from you. And I would I'd make a point really of homing in on the fact that this is my ex and I've had no contact with him, but yet he's written me a letter I thought was from you, the present man that I want to be with. So you never wrote me no letter. You just about half apologized whilst I came under your bed, come in from under your bed rather, you know, butt naked, to find your ex-partner has just left in tears, and you're telling your ex-partner that you still love her. I'm not feeling that. So I think Janie needs to come clean and tell Lance that, you know what, I got a letter. It's from my ex. He declares his love for me. I thought that was from you. You have not declared your love to me. Talk to me. What is going on here? What is going on, guys? But listen, it's been amazing having you in the space here with me. I have thoroughly enjoyed your company, loved your questions, really got a lot out of engaging with you guys. And obviously listening to this 3rd episode rollout has been like, wow, really? This is what's going on? And I mean, now we've got 2 ex-partners in the mix. So you can see, guys, this is about to get super juicy. What I need you guys to do is to tune in next week and every week until we conclude on this amazing audio love drama series, Better Than Ice Cream. Tell your mum, tell your dad, even tell your cat, because your cat might have something to say about this as well, or your dog, or your bird, or your fish. Really, what I'm saying is get your whole crew on board, because it's about to get super duper juicy, and I personally cannot wait. Let me just once again acknowledge the amazing writer and producer, Miss Diana Copeland, who is the person responsible for this amazing Love audio drama series. Also, we need to hail out her amazing team behind the scenes that are always working week to week to ensure that we have an amazing broadcast. I also want to acknowledge so far the amazing cast that we're coming across. We'll keep them in character. So we've got Janie, we've got Lance, now we have Derek, we have Stacey, and we also have Lance's mum. So guys, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you here in the space with me. My name is Bashira. I am your host. I am a singer, songwriter, actor, vocal coach, and producer, and also a voice coach. But in the capacity here for Better Than Ice Cream, I am your host. It's been amazing, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please tune in next week, and I look forward to welcoming you back into the space to see what happens next on the amazing Love audio drama series, Better Than Ice Cream. Thank you, guys. Bye.